All new on the night team, Jeffersonville police releasing new information about the man in critical condition after officers shot him last night. The chief saying 3 officers fired at the man after he shot several rounds in the air and then pointed the gun at officers. WHS 11's Bobby McSwine and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie were there for the update. And Bobby, tonight you also interviewed a family member.
Yes, I talked to his uncle, who identifies him as Robert Atkins. He didn't want to speak on camera tonight, but says Atkins is an Army veteran who suffers from PTSD, and ultimately, he says this shooting was a symptom of his mental instability.
A bullet shattering a car window, the glass still on the ground. This after a shooting at the East Lawn Apartments off H Street in Jeffersonville Thursday night.
I heard a loud bang while I was sitting in my bedroom.
Sandy Keene lives there and saw and heard it unfold.
So I looked back out again, and then it looked like some fireworks at the apartment building next door.
What she actually saw were muzzle flashes. She has the bullet hole in her front windshield to prove it. A family member identifies the man as Robert Atkins, a military veteran who the family member says suffers from PTSD. They say Atkins served in Afghanistan.
If you see me stepping out from this podium, this is a clear, deliberate action that is taken by me. If I were to pull a firearm out and start pulling the trigger, that's a clear, concise, deliberate action taken by me or any individual that I will use or apply deadly force. The individual involved in this incident clearly took this action yesterday with our police officers being on scene at this location.
Jeffersonville Police Chief Kavanaugh says the shooting happened around 7 p.m. after a resident at the apartments called and said the man was walking around with a gun, behaving in a paranoid manner.
The individual thought that there was a law enforcement or a SWAT team or something, that type of engagement that was pursuing the subject.
Kavanaugh says 3 of the 5 officers on scene shot the man after he fired several shots in the air and pointed the gun at officers. The day before the shooting, Kavanaugh says officers encountered the man experiencing another mental health crisis and was taken to a hospital for a voluntary mental health evaluation.
This is not an outcome that we want. We recognize that we have an individual that's affected fighting for their life. We also have police officers that are affected fighting for their life. This is not what we want for our community, but we see this in societal times all over the country, and this affects us to our core.
Keene says she hopes for the best for her neighbor.
I've been praying for him, so I just hope he can pull through somehow.
And Indiana State Police are taking lead in this investigation. Kavanaugh says an internal investigation is being conducted and body cam footage can be expected. I'm live in the studio. Bobby McSwine, the WHAS 1119 on your side.